Hi friends, it's Murph. Welcome to my kitchen. I thought I'd show you an easy casserole dish to whip up on a busy night. So let's get started. I'm using beef, so we call it like a beefy casserole, or it's kind of like a Philly steak and cheese kind of casserole, or I'm going to show you a little bit different, so it's kind of almost like a stroganoff as well. So let's get started. So in this pan, I sprayed it, and I have 3 cups of cooked pasta. You can use anything you have. If you know me by now, I use what I have. So I don't always have elbow macaroni. Sometimes I like penne, something like that. So here I have half of a large onion and 1 small green pepper. You don't have to use that exactly, but I put it in a fry pan with a couple tablespoons of my favorite ingredient, which is butter, because it makes everything taste better. And I sauteed that just so they're just kind of cooked, okay? Just a little bit. I also seasoned them. I'm trying to get the last of the onions off because you definitely don't want to waste anything like that. I seasoned both the onions and peppers when I was cooking them and with the hamburger. I cooked a pound of hamburger. You can season it with salt and pepper. You can do anything you want, but this is my go-to if you haven't figured me out by now. I like garlic and pepper. Tastes really good. Put a little bit on each. Probably half a teaspoon or so. So this, like I said, is about a pound of burger. If this is too much, you could cut back, maybe cut it in half, maybe use a half a pound, but we really like the burger. If you don't have any onions and peppers in your pantry or in your fridge, you could use the dried onions would work well too, just to add some flavor to it. Oops, I got some sour cream on my hand. So right now we're just going to set this aside. I'm going to show you how I put the sauce together. So in the winter, I always try to have like cream of chicken, cream of mushroom, those kind of soups on hand, because it's always good when it's cold just to kind of whip something up. So right now I have a can of cream of mushroom. I'm going to put that in a dish. Now, I had a can of French onion soup. This is what I use in my dodo burgers as well. But if you don't have this, you could use a cup of beef broth or something like that. Now think about this recipe while we're mixing this. Should have got my little whisk. If you really think about this recipe, it's just a cream of some kind of soup and then some broth. Why couldn't you do this with chicken? If you didn't like the onions and peppers, you could put a different vegetable or leave it out altogether. I've made this before and I've put broccoli in it instead of onions and peppers, like a beef and broccoli, which it came out really good as well. So this is basically it, except I want to make it more like I told you, like I like creamy, like a stroganoff kind of flavor. So I'm just going to add like 1/4 cup of sour cream, but you don't have to add that if you don't like it. I'm just gonna wipe my hands, okay? So all of these ingredients are cooked. So we are only going to have to reheat it. So I typically like to make things like on a Sunday. So like Monday night, I can just come home, being really busy, throw it in the oven, call it a party, supper's ready. Maybe put a little salad together or something. So that's that. Now we're gonna pour it right over. You should smell it. Ooh, smells good. So I'm not covering this. You can if you would like, but I'm gonna put a little bit of a topping on it. I'm just kind of moving it around so it gets down there because we really want all of this. Okay, so we're almost done. Just gonna set that aside. I'm not going to get too fussy with this because I'm just kind of showing you, because I already have one made and I'm going to show you what it looks like when it's all done. So basically this is it. I really like to try to get it in the corners and cover up all the pasta because I don't like my pasta crunchy. So I don't want any of it exposed, but you can change it if you like it. I know I have a couple friends that say they really like the pasta a little crunchy on the spaghetti pie, and I thought, ooh. Okay. This is mozzarella cheese because that's what I had in the fridge. You don't have it, you could use something else, right? or maybe not put any cheese. So I'm going to sprinkle the cheese on top. For this size casserole, maybe like a, I don't know, half a cup, quarter of a cup, whatever. Whatever works for you and whatever you have. Now, on the one I'm going to show you, I use panko, but I'm out of panko now, right? So I took about a half of a sleeve of Ritz crackers. My mom put that on a lot of casseroles, that or like potato chips or something. So you can put them in a bag and kind of smush them up. You can crunch them up with your hands, whatever. Whatever's easier. This was always my job when I was a kid. Smacking them, mashing them up. So we're going to put that on top. And now we're going to bake it. So I usually try to bake everything about 350, 375. Like I said, you're just going to heat this up. And what I look for is in the corners, you're going to start to see it bubble up. And that means it's getting really good. And you want to let it set for a minute when you take it out as well. So one more little hint is when you are done baking this for about 35, 40 minutes, something like that, and it's nice and warm, you might want to put the oven on broil if you want, and just kind of crisp up the topping. But this is what it looks like right now, and it's going to go in the oven, okay? So now, this one just came out. This is what it looks like. So this one has panko instead of the crackers. That's the only difference. Made everything else the same, but I just wanted to let you know. So it's your preference, whatever you like. And you can do a different kind of cheese or anything. So I'm gonna write this recipe down for you. On Facebook, I have a menu tab, and all my written recipes are there. I also post this to my YouTube channel as well, so you can follow me there, which I hope you do. I'm gonna take a taste, because it smells so good. It's that beef, So I really like the sour cream because it makes it creamy. But you don't have to use it if you don't want to. It's very good. Super easy. Like I said, change it up if you want to. Use a can of cream of chicken soup and use some chunk chicken. It's just an idea for you to change to your liking with what you have in the refrigerator. If you had something turkey or something the other day and you want to change it up and make it a little different, use what you have. Just be a little creative. We all have different taste buds, and nothing is set in stone that we have to make it exactly like this, right? So one more thing, I want to show you a sign that I just got before I leave you. This I'm going to hang in the kitchen. I just want you to know that we all need to be kind, and not all recipes are for everybody, but we share, and that's what makes us friends. I hope you have a great day.